What's up, team? It is KG here, and I've got a really fun HIIT workout for you today. We're gonna layer in some strength work, and there is a fiery finisher to really spike that heart rate. We're gonna be working with one set of moderate dumbbells today, and if you don't have any dumbbells, don't worry about it because we can make this a body weight burner, and you're still gonna really get that strength work in there. You don't need anything else for this workout, so let's go ahead and get straight into our warm-up. We're gonna start with some nice shoulder circles, so I want your feet set just outside those hips. Arms are gonna stretch nice and wide. Think about reaching long through those fingertips, and we're gonna start with a nice forward motion. So think about a moderate sized circle, nothing too crazy, and I want you to think about reaching long through those fingertips, really starting to warm up those shoulders because we're gonna need them today. You'll see what's coming. Good. This is a nice time to think about your posture. I want a slight tilt of that pelvis, soft bend through the knees so we're not locking out through the legs. And we're gonna change direction in 2 and 1. Nice sweep backwards. Good. So think about lubricating that shoulder joint. Nice circle motions up, down, and around. Good time to be in control of our breath because we're definitely going to take that up a little bit higher today. Good. We're going to spend another 10 seconds here before we come into some shoulder gaiters. Hands are going to come towards your ears in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna keep those elbows nice and wide, fingertips to your ears. You're gonna close those elbows off in center, open up nice and wide. So as you draw the elbows together, I want you to find a nice squeeze, okay? So really imagine a squeeze and then open, release. Now each time you open and release, could you stretch those elbows out a little bit wider? You're gonna feel it in the back as well. You've got 8 seconds. Good. Here we go, 4. Big squeeze to finish. 3, 2, and 1. You can shake those arms out, and we're gonna come straight down to the ground for a flip wrist cat-cow. Now, if this doesn't feel good for your fingertips to be facing this way, you can keep the hands the regular way. Otherwise, I want you to go ahead, tuck your chin, rounding into that nice cat position, and then opening back up. You're gonna tilt that tailbone back, open the heart up, collarbone opens, rolling back through that 2 more times. Beautiful. So really trying to mobilize the spine. Last one. We'll flip the fingertips around from this position and push back into our first down dog. I want you to lift those hips nice and high. Heels are going to draw towards the floor. Chest charges back towards the thighs. And think about being really strong through those hands, pushing into the ground. Now this is also a great opportunity to not only stretch out the back line of the legs, but really to feel that release in the shoulders and the chest, the more you can drive that chest back towards your thighs. You're gonna draw forward into a high plank position in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Driving straight forward here into our high plank, we're gonna take it into a runner's lunge. Right foot steps as close as it can outside that right hand. Pushing down through the right foot and the left hand, reach that right arm all the way up to the sky. Take a big look at that hand, and then now we'll lay that elbow down just inside the instep of the foot and reach it all the way back up. We're gonna go 2 more times on this side. So even if your elbow can't quite touch down, I want you to get it as close as you can. Beautiful. The hand will place back down inside the foot, step back through plank. Left foot will step just outside the left hand or as close as you can get it, reach it all the way up. Find that brief pause, and then let's lay that elbow down. Reaching it all the way up, 2 more times, just like that. So eye gaze continues to watch that top hand so we can really maximize that rotation in the T-spine. And you're also really opening up the hips and the inner thighs here. Good. You're gonna push back and gently lower those knees down to the floor, roll around onto your back, and we're gonna get straight into our core activation. We're gonna start with a dead bug press today. So lying on your back, knees will come to tabletop position. So knees set above the hips. Hands are gonna press strongly into the knees, feet stay flexed. We're gonna push for 5 seconds and then release. Here we go. Big push, knees into hands, hands into knees. You've got 3, 2, 1. Brief relax. Here we go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brief relax. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now imagine my count in your head. Here we go. Now I want you to secure that lower back towards the floor. Good. We're going to go 2 more times. You can push a little bit harder. Come on. Really fire up that core. Relax. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Hands come to the floor. We're going to go into bent leg lowers. So keeping that 90-degree shape, lowering one heel at a time to tap the floor. Exhale, driving it all the way up. tap down, exhale, drive it up. Now, the exhale is all about controlling that leg back in using your lower abs. So that deep exhale is what's going to create that pathway for your abs to work a little bit harder. Now keep opening up that collarbone by pressing your arms confidently into the floor. Gorgeous, guys. You got 8 seconds, then we're going to roll over. You'll be in a bear hold, knees floating just off the floor in 3, 2, and 1. Quickly spin yourself around. You're going to hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to take our fire hydrant from this position today. So let's start with the left leg. Open out to the side, draw back in, plant that foot down. Right side opens up. Good. So we're going to activate those glutes, open up the hips, and we're really still firing up that core from this hold position. Think about a soft bend through the elbows. Keep opening that collarbone towards the floor. Beautiful. If you ever need to just drop the knees down, that's totally fine. You can go into a regular fire hydrant. But guys, you've only got 7 seconds left, then you get a little rest. Here we go for 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees down, roll straight back onto your back, and we're going straight back into our bent leg lowers. Arms press into the floor, knees set up, find that 90-degree bend, and off we go. Tap that heel down, drive it up. Tap that heel down, drive it up. Now, this drill doesn't get more advanced with speed. So I want you to go really slow, okay? Try and match my timing. Think about each time being a really thoughtful draw in of that leg. So controlling it. There you go. All we're going to do is take the legs up to straight in 3, 2, and 1. Legs come up. I like to squeeze my heels together. Now you can keep your head down, lower out to 45 degrees. Exhale to draw it up. Or you've got the option to take the hands behind the head and work those upper abdominals a little bit more. We are only here for another 15 seconds, okay? So make your choice, but make it based on the priority of really firing up that core. Here we go. 10 seconds. If your head is lifted, those shoulder blades trying to lift up off the floor, elbows nice and wide. You've got 3, 2, we're rolling back over to bear in 1. Tuck those knees in, roll yourself over. You're suspending those knees just off the floor. We go into those alternating fire hydrants one more time. So if this just feels totally crazy for you, I want those knees down. You're going to go into an alternating fire hydrant, and you're trying to keep those hips really steady each and every time. If you're floating the knees in your bear position, your knees are just off the floor, okay? It's going to keep that intensity in the core and keep that back nice, long, and flat. Good, almost there. Let's go 5. You're going to be on your feet in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Push it back. I want you to come all the way up, shake it out. Guys, we are coming into our reaction drill round. Now, this is designed to pull that heart rate up, and we're gonna do that with 3 exercises called out at random for 90 seconds. So I need you to stay on the tail of my calls. I need you to switch as quickly as possible. Let's quickly practice together. Exercise 1, surfer hops. You'll be taking these 90-degree rotations, okay, sitting low, and you're getting a nice soft landing each and every time. Second exercise, mountain climber. Running your knees in towards your chest, body weight nice and forward the whole time. The third drill will be a 3-step run. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice and light, dynamic with those arms. All coming at random. We got 90 seconds on the clock. Let's get this party started with the mountain climber. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So you might start a little bit slower here. Okay, you're trying to map it out, but I want to see that body weight forward, hips down, back is long and flat. Up on your feet, surfer hops. Here we go. Twist. So you want to sit into that landing each and every time. Okay, jumping is really always about landing. 3-step run. This one's about fast feet. Okay, get out of the way. Boom, boom. Find that stick. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Guys, you've already clocked through 30 seconds. Surfer hops. 3-step run. Here we go. How are you feeling? Halfway. Mountain climber on the floor. A lot of up, down. We got to practice that for our finisher today. Guys, you're on your feet. Surfer hops. Let's go. Come on, turn those hips. Same way that your feet are going. 3-step run. Stay with me. You got it. Mountain climber. Okay, speed it up. You only have another 12 seconds left. You got it. 3-step runs, bring us home. All out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake those legs out. And hello, should we get this party started? We're gonna go into our strength circuit. So this is where you'll grab your dumbbells. If you don't have any, I've got great options for you. First exercise, we're gonna be working for 40 seconds in each of our strength exercises, resting for 20. I want you to grab your dumbbells for a renegade row. You'll set yourself up. 2 options. Modified with the knees down, squeezing your glutes. Okay, hips are nice and forward. Rowing one arm up at a time. Second option, feet a little bit wider for a nice wide base of support. Row up, plant that dumbbell so you're confident with it being stable, and then you switch side. Here we go, 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So, if you've got your dumbbells, that's your exercise. If you're working without dumbbells today, you're still gonna explosively drive that elbow all the way up to the sky, and think about wrapping that arm back, all right? Guys, you've got 22 seconds left. So I want you to think about being as still as possible through your hips. Eye gaze is forward. Body weight stays forward. So shoulders stacking over those wrists. Legs charging long, and you need to squeeze those glutes. You've got 10, 9, almost there. Okay, explosive drives of those elbows all the way up. Dumbbell coming up to those ribs, and rest. Push it back. You're gonna come up to stand. Going into a dumbbell reverse lunge. So if you don't have any dumbbells today, you're just gonna take it straight into a reverse lunge. Otherwise, we're going side carry, back knee, drops down towards the floor, step all the way up and in, alternating. Here we go, 40 seconds. Let's do it together. So I want you to focus on being controlled. We've got a lot of speed coming in this workout, so we want to enjoy this time where we can actually go slow, focus on strength. Then we can use all that strength we're building up to go fast later in the workout. So as you drop that back knee down towards the floor, have it coming underneath that back hip, front knee stacks over front ankle, and it's a strong push through that front foot to drive all the way up. So you're using that front glute a lot. Collarbones nice and open, shoulders down. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place those dumbbells down if you need a little break, otherwise keep them with you. Squat to rotation. You'll clean those dumbbells up. They're just in front of your collarbone. Feet just outside the hips. It's a front squat position. If you're not using weights, your arms will be in the same set. Dropping down, rotating those dumbbells and pivoting on one foot to rotate up and across. So I twist to the right, my left foot will pivot. Here we go, 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Squatting down, rotating all the way up and across. Control back, squat down, rotate up and across. So you're gonna feel this through your core a lot, okay? Hello, obliques. But make sure you're still nailing that squat each and every time. So pro tip, you might wanna keep those dumbbells just a little forward of the collarbone. You got a nice straight line between your wrists and your elbows, but if you need to rest them a little bit more, you can take it to your collarbone anytime. Here we go. Good, really pivot on that foot, drive that hip through. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells come down to the side, your 4th drill. I love this one for core. It's a forearm plank, knee drive to an opposite hip lower. Sounds like gibberish, so let's give you a visual. Arms down, elbows underneath the shoulders. Left knee will drive to left elbow, right hip drops to the floor, step it back. You'll change, alternate sides. Here we go. You guys ready? 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Drive that knee into same elbow, drop the opposite hip to the floor, step back through plank. So I want you to simplify it. Take it nice and slow. Just think about connecting on the same side, and then that other hip will lower. If this feels like too much for you, I want you to just drive that knee in to the same elbow each and every time. You can focus on just working those obliques, okay? Good. So as you get that hip dip, you're gonna feel a lot more work on that side that's lowering down. You guys have 7 seconds and you get a nice recovery in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Push it back. Okay, now that we know everything that's happening, we got round 2. Most of these drills are going to stay the same, but there's a slight upgrade for your renegade row if you're down. You'll start in the same position, but we're going to add a bear. So we'll go row, row, walk our knees into bear position, row, and row. Again, you can do this without dumbbells. If you prefer to stay in just the renegade row, totally happy with that. But we got 40 seconds and it's time to work. In 3, 2, and 1. Same priorities still exist. Okay, elbow driving nice and high, hips staying nice and steady. So a little more challenging to do that row from the bear position, and we really feel that full body fire up. So knees are going to stay super close to the floor. You're stopping them underneath the hips. You'll step back into that confident high plank position. Good job, guys. You've got 12 seconds. Come on, stay with me. Here we go. Finish it off for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees down. You're going to bring yourself up to stand. Use a nice safe squat to pick those dumbbells up if you're using them today. Okay, breathe. You got 12 seconds. Dumbbell reverse lunge stays exactly the same this round. So let's think about a little bit more of a push through that front foot to really work that front glute, each rep. Here we go. 40 seconds in 2 and 1. Stepping down, push and drive up. Stepping down, push and drive up. So we really want to hit the angles of this move, okay? Think about where both of our knees are going. Think about what's happening with those shoulders. Don't create any unnecessary tension in your upper body. That's the beautiful thing with the side carry. It should be helping pull those shoulders down and just use that weight as extra resistance to drive up against so we get more work in that lower body. Here we go. Recovery is close. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Option to drop those dumbbells or keep holding onto them because we've got that dumbbell squat to rotation coming up next. So the first round, you probably learned the move. Second round, I really want you to focus on that pivot and driving that hip through. Here we go. Let's set the feet up just outside the hips. Dumbbells are up. We're going 40 seconds in 2 and 1. Squatting down, pivoting through that foot, rotating those dumbbells up at the top. Now you really need to use your breath in these movements. Okay, so make sure you're using nice deep exhales. And as you pivot on that foot, you're getting right up onto the toes, like you're stamping something out on the ground. We've got 15 seconds left. What if you could squat just a little bit lower for me? Chest stays lifted the whole time as those hips shoot back. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, team. Dumbbells dropping down, but we've got that little core burner, that forearm plank. So if you didn't try the hip lower the first time, maybe now is your perfect opportunity. Don't get overwhelmed with the coordination. Okay, just think keeping shoulders stacked over those elbows is your first priority. Here we go. Second priority is keeping a nice long flat back. Then we're adding in that knee to same elbow, opposite hip dip. If you want to try the hip dip, you can always just reduce the range, okay? So maybe it's just a micro dip to start as you build up that confidence, and then each time you practice this drill, you'll find you can go a little lower each and every time. Good, keep it up. You've got 10 seconds. Don't worry, I am feeling it too. Here we go. Keep that stack, elbows and shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Push it back. 30-second recovery. Guys, great time to clear your dumbbells slightly out of the way because we are about to come into one of my favorite HIIT circuits, Tabata. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds to rest. We go 2 rounds with 4 drills. Your first exercise, you've already practiced the notion of it with the surfer hop. Now we make it a surfer burpee. Shoot back into plank, jump in, switch those hips. You'll be alternating each and every time. We work for 20 seconds. In your recovery, I'm going to show you the second drill coming. Let's not chat anymore. Let's go surfing. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. High plank, shoot those hips. High plank, shoot those hips. So your shoulders and your hips are gonna turn to face the same direction. I want you to fully plant your hands into the floor each time. Here we go. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Second drill. You're going to want to practice this one. The typewriter. Set up in a mountain climber position, but take that mountain climber on a world tour. You take 4 steps sideways, back to starting position in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So knees run into your chest as your hands take little steps to the side. Your body weight stays forward the entire time. Beautiful. Now, if you need to modify, just stay with a regular mountain climber. You got 6 seconds, team. Little break in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Up on our feet. A little bit of agility coming your way for skater touches. Load, nice and low. Explode sideways. Hands gonna reach down for opposite ankle. We're going in 2 and 1. Let's work. So I want you to focus this first round on nailing that landing, okay? If you need to tap the back foot down, that's totally fine. But I need to see you drive sideways with conviction, okay? You're gonna be low, but that chest stays up. Hand reaches towards that opposite ankle. You got 2 and 1. Woo. Now those 3 drills are a lot, so the 4th one is a run in place, but it is not a recovery, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Just run it out. Now, I want a consistent turnover of those legs. Your arms are still driving. It's not a sprint, but 20 seconds of a pace where we can hold it. Okay, so don't pull back. Let's go, team. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! 10-second recovery. Not long enough for you to go anywhere. We're going into round 2. Nothing's changing, but we're gonna pick our pace up. So we got those surfer burpees, and we are starting to ride some bigger waves. So let's pick up our tempo, and let's go. Come on, I want you to think about how many waves you can catch in this 20-second block. You got 10 seconds left. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring yourself down to the ground. You got that typewriter. If you're modifying, it's a mountain climber. Either way, we're working in 2 and 1. Good job, guys. Come on, 8 seconds. You got 3, 2 on your feet and 1. Pull it up. Grand reveal, skater touches. So be more confident with that side step this time. Big jump. Maybe you float that back foot. Here we go. 20 seconds. Good. Push. You got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We got one last drill, 20 seconds as a run in place. Okay, let's be confident about it. Chest up. I know your heart rate's up, so is mine. We're doing this together. 2 and 1. Come on, use those arms. That's what they're there for. You don't want to run like a salmon, do you? And have your shoulders jiggle all over the place. You want to be nice and powerful through those arms. It's going to help pull those knees up. They need all the encouragement they can get right now. Let's go. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You gotta love it. Tabata always delivers. Guys, you've got 1 minute right now to recover. If you don't need this extra time, I'd love to see you in a jump rope, okay? While you're holding that jump rope, I'm gonna set you up for this finisher. So you'll stay here while I talk you through what's happening. Typewriter burpee. You've already practiced the typewriter, so what if we upgraded that news that we were printing, right? It's gonna be a big story about you and your commitment to your workout. So it looks like this. You'll start from standing, drop down. You're gonna type right across sideways, shoot feet in, jump up, optional push up before you type right all the way back, jump it in, jump it up. If that's not for you today, mountain climber on the spot, jump in, jump up, okay? Or try the typewriter without that push up. There are 3 options for you to take, and none of them is leaving this workout early. So we're gonna go through 3 rounds, 45 seconds, little rest, 30 seconds, little rest, 15 seconds, little rest, and then we celebrate together, okay? So, should we get to work? All right, team, starting standing, typewriter, 45 seconds, and 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Drop down, drive your body sideways, jump your feet in, jump up, land in that push-up, you type right straight back across. Now, don't overthink how many steps to take, okay? I want you to take about 4 steps, but you'll see what feels natural to you. Now, in your push-up, you can always lower your knees towards the floor. So you would jump in, shoot back, knees down, and then pop straight back up to get into that typewriter. So many options. You've got 15 seconds. If you're fatiguing, you're gonna hold your mountain climber, count 4 knees on each side, jump in, jump up. You got 8 seconds. I need you in one of the many options I've given you. Come on, right through for 2 and 1. Woo. Don't go anywhere. We haven't finished our story. We got 30 seconds of that typewriter burpee coming up. Bring yourself to a stand, shake it off. It's a new working block. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. The drill is exactly the same, but we have chopped down the time. So use that as your motivation, okay? You know exactly what you're doing, and you're working for less time, so it sounds like a win-win to me. Guys, you got 8 seconds. Come on, let's go for it. 3, 2, and 1. I might owe you a second of work there. Pet peeve. Hold me accountable, guys. Promise I'll hold you accountable too. We got one last working block. 15 seconds. Come on. It's over before you know it, and let's work. Come on, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good place to rest. Guys, wow. Told you it was gonna be fun, right? I never lie. We're gonna take it down to a beautiful stretch, and the best news, we're gonna be lying on our back. So I want you to roll over, gently roll yourself down, catch your breath for a second, cross that right foot just outside the left knee, open the right knee out to the side, and then pop that left foot off the floor. Hands wrap around your right knee, draw it up to your right shoulder for a deep piriformis stretch. Now, the key to the stretch is really driving your right knee, your left knee and your right foot into each other. So the stronger this connection is, the more of a stretch you're gonna get in that right glute. Breathe here for another 2. And 1, we'll switch the hands. They grab around the back of the left thigh. Right knee opens out to the side, and you've got your classic figure 4 stretch. If you want to, you can lift your head up off the floor. Otherwise, you can stay with those shoulders down. Really breathing deep into this one. Dropping that left foot down, we're gonna uncross, switch side. Left foot just outside that right knee, open the left knee out to start, pop the right foot off the floor, hands around the left knee, drawing it up to the left shoulder, and now using the right knee and the left foot to gauge this. Such a beautiful stretch, okay? Piriformis, right deep here in our glute. So important to stretch that out. So it's one thing to be committed to our workouts, but if we're gonna be committed to our workouts, we've gotta be committed to our stretching and our recovery. It's like having manners for your training, right? You wanna be polite, so always. Hands are on the back of that right thigh, open that left knee out, and breathe deep into this figure 4 stretch. So you feel this a little more on the hip. Slowing that heart rate down. And we're gonna gently drop those feet down to the floor. Rolling yourself over, taking a flip wrist cat-cow. Okay, we did a lot of work on those forearms and on the wrists, so it's a nice time to stretch it out. Just like in the warm-up, tuck that chin, round through your spine. Open everything back up. Beautiful. Let's go one more time. From here, I want you to flip those hands around the regular way. You'll step your right foot through for a hip flexor stretch. Knee stacks over that ankle, squeezing that left glute a lot and driving that hip through, then reaching up and across to really feel that stretch. Now, sometimes if I want a little extra, I'll hook my right arm in here and really push, creating more tension. And I feel that so much more intensely on that left side. So if you need a little more, try that one out. We're going to switch side. Left foot steps through, stack that knee over the ankle, squeeze that right glute, drive that hip forward. Right arm reaches up and across. And then you can hook that arm in if you did on the other side. Big reach. And just breathe. Gorgeous, guys. We're going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop that arm, drop that knee back. Pushing back into a down dog position, hips lift nice and high. Maybe you feel a little bit more range of motion through your body right now. Drive that chest back towards the thighs. Heels might sink closer to the floor. Lift your seat up just a little bit higher. Really stretch out the back of those legs. And then one handprint at a time. Walk yourself back in towards your feet. Soft bend through the knees to gently roll all the way up. Head will come up at the last moment. Head reveals last. And team, that was your workout today. You absolutely crushed it. We had strength work, we had speed work, we had a whole lot of burpees in there, and you owned every second of it. I'm so impressed by the way you keep showing up to these workouts, and I just cannot wait to see what you do next. Guys, see you in your next workout.